Before we begin with this video, I want to take some time to thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. This is a milestone I've dreamt about every day and every night ever since I started this channel. YouTube has always been my dream, ever since the 7th grade. I've had many channels and have gone by many names since then, but not once did I ever hit 1,000 subscribers. To finally see so many people tuning into my videos, to finally see such love and appreciation and criticism for what matters so much to me, to finally reach that goal that you've worked so hard towards for so long, it's a feeling that is very hard to put into words. I guess I just want to say that I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys are more than numbers and views. Even if my channel never grows much past this, I know that I was blessed with some of the best subscribers on the planet. The genuine support, both in criticism and love, have helped me improve my videos and even helped me get through some rough patches of my life so far. But without taking up too much more of your time, I just want to let you know that I love you and I am proud of you. No matter who you are, no matter if you're subscribed, as long as you've watched this video up until this point, I am proud of you. As long as you've watched this video up until this point, I am proud of you and I love you and you matter. And I know, that might not mean much from a guy that makes Halo videos on the internet, that doesn't know who you are or what you've done, but I know that we all deserve love and peace, and this is my way of sharing it with the world. Thank you. How does personal tragedy shape a soldier's approach to war? Some soldiers, permanently molded by their own personal tragedies, carry their loss into battle, forging their grief into swords of vengeance. Driven by an insatiable need for retribution, these warriors seek out the front lines fearlessly, hoping to seize victory or to die trying. Of these soldiers, many are killed in their pursuit of vengeance, but those that survive find themselves becoming unbreakable forces of pure fury that refuse to let death take them until they are ready. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the life of Warrant Officer Emile A239, who serves as an infamous example of a soldier whose traumatic upbringing defined his tactics in war. Emile was born in the city of Luxor on the planet of Eridanus II in the year 2523. This planet is widely known for producing some exemplary Spartans, as it is also the birthplace of the legendary Master Chief. However, Emile's upbringing on Eridanus II was far from exemplary and inspirational. At a very young age, he was forced to bear witness to the slaughter of his parents at the hands of insurrectionists. This horrific moment rightfully had a profound impact on his development, permanently influencing his every decision. After their parents' murder, Emile's brother would raise him in the city of Luxor. As a result, a young Emile would become extremely attached to his brother, who tried his absolute hardest to raise Emile despite the unforgiving circumstances. At the mere age of 7, Emile would again be severely traumatized, as the Covenant began glassing Eridanus II in 2530, resulting in his brother sacrificing himself so Emile could escape to safety. With no family or loved ones left to turn to, Emile was orphaned and quickly conscripted into the Alpha Company division of the Spartan 3 program. He would be one of the oldest known Spartan 3 candidates at 8 years old, but this wouldn't hinder his ability to be an exceptional Spartan. Within the program, he would realize that he could temporarily alleviate the massive amounts of pain he was in by slaughtering the Covenant. Rapidly, he began to distinguish himself among his peers, as he committed himself to only one goal: avenge everyone and everything he had lost. He would go on to graduate from the Spartan 3 program at the mere age of 13, showing enough skill and expertise that he would be spared from the fateful Operation Prometheus, an operation that would take the lives of most of the members of Alpha Company. In the years between his graduation and eventual assignment to Noble Team, Emile would gain an infamous reputation of being excessively brutal towards enemy combatants, and this included other humans. His augmentations as a Spartan gave him the ability to inflict mass acts of brutality on the insurrectionists that had put him through so much hell. In fact, Emile's ruthlessness towards insurrectionists led Colonel Holland to refuse assigning him on any operations against them, as there was significant media backlash against the UNSC after the mutilated corpses of the insurrectionists would be discovered. But this brutality would not be exclusively executed towards insurrectionists. Emile had been directing his fury against Covenant forces for years, so much so in fact that he actually began to amass a large and impressive collection of Covenant gear and contraband, despite this being a direct violation of the Cole Protocol. Furthermore, it was around this time that Emile began to signify his victories against the Covenant with small scratches on his helmet that would eventually form the skull visage that he would become infamous for. Sometime in 2552, Emile was transferred to Noble Team, filling the spot of Rosenda A344 and taking on the call sign Noble 4. However, on March 9, 2552, Colonel Holland would debate keeping Emile on the team in place of Rosenda. Holland was concerned that Noble Team would be assigned to an operation against insurrectionists, leading to the possibility of Emile being extremely brutal against them, which would result in public backlash against the UNSC. As we know, Holland would not go through with the decision of taking Emile off the team, and only 1 month later, Emile would fight alongside Noble Team in his first operation, the Battle of Fumirole. In July of 2552, Emile and Noble Team would begin their final campaign during the fall of Reach. Fighting for as much time as they could against an unrelenting alien threat, they would begin a multitude of operations against the Covenant, attempting to buy the planet as much time as possible. Unfortunately, it wasn't long before the valiant Spartans of Noble Team began to fall, and consequently, the UNSC presence on the planet began to be eviscerated at an unprecedented rate. On August 30th, 2552, mere months after Emile's assignment to Noble Team, Emile would succumb to a fatal energy sword strike through his spine, but not before taking down the elite who was responsible for his death. Serving his team to the very end, Emile was the second last surviving member of Noble Team, witnessing the entirety of his team, with the exception of Noble 6, die. Emile was instrumental in the fall of Reach, and it is very likely that Noble Team would not have been able to hold off for as long as they did without the merciless and unbreakable fury of Reach. Emile held strong opinions about war and sacrifice. Due to his traumatic childhood, he believed that those who preserve their ethics and humanity during war were illogical. This is reflected in his bold and brutal persona that he upheld during most of his life. This persona was an attempt to prove to everyone around him that he wasn't afraid of the enemy or the odds, and that he would do whatever it takes to win without hesitation. But this persona also served another purpose. Emile knew how vital it was to have a strong will and resolve in your life. As he was forced to undergo such brutal trauma at a young age, he was left with nothing but his own beliefs, values, and resolve. And because of this, he knew his only true mission was to break the enemy's will to fight. He accomplished this through pure overkill, ripping his enemies apart sadistically, without mercy, hoping to leave a powerful message to anyone unlucky enough to discover the corpses. Because of his intense and deep-rooted beliefs, he often found difficulty in interacting with other individuals. He found it difficult to empathize with civilians, leading to confrontations between him and George on Reach. Despite these difficulties, Emile still held his teammates in high regard and deeply respected them, and this respect was no doubt reciprocated by his peers. Emile immortalized himself as an almost mythical figure, an unbreakable force of pure fury that was instrumental in humanity's survival. His indomitable spirit in the face of his brutally traumatic upbringing is inspirational in every sense of the word. Emile's story inspires us to push forward, to use our tragedies to grow instead of wither. Being one of my favorite Spartans of all time, it was a blast to make this video, and I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. As always, thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I am proud of you.